I'm assuming I'm live, trying to watch to see if it actually comes up or not. Because as usual, I may have messed something up. And that still says it's not going to let me actually go live until the time I schedule it for. That's super annoying. All right, I guess we're hanging out here. Can they hear me at least? Nope. Looks like it did go live. At least on that. All right, let's see if we've got audio. Hello? Yep, we're good. What's going on, guys? It is back to an every Monday live stream where we just come into the studio kitchen, use a piece of equipment, make something, try something new. We've got a couple of things for you tonight. I've got just some ground turkey. Just went to the store and bought some, the 8515. I've got Montreal patty mix. Simple, but classic. Good for a reason. Everybody loves it. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. The real Tom Kingby, I like your use of emojis. That is not something I normally do, but I like the American flag. Always makes me happy. Oh, I wish I could show you guys something. This year at a hunt we do every year out west, Brett, Sandy, Allie, his other son and I, we go on. He bought an American flag. It's got to be, I don't know, whatever this is, 3 feet by 5 feet. And it's made all out of fire hoses that were used to actually put out fires. It is freaking sweet. And it just came in. I noticed it as I was walking into the weight room today. So pretty awesome. Can't wait for that to be up and for us to be able to show it to you guys. But not only are we making turkey burgers, but Terrapin Ridge Farms has sent us, we are now carrying a bunch of new different squeezes, aiolis, and a couple of dips and a glaze. I'm not going to use the dips or the glaze, but we'll try some of these aiolis and squeezes on a few different ones. We've got the horseradish sriracha. I've got zingy garlic aioli. I don't think I'm going to like that one. I've got ginger yuzu aioli squeeze that goes on the maybe pile. Bang bang sauce. Yes, I can't wait for this. I love bang bang shrimp. I'm hoping that's what that tastes like. I've got honey barbecue aioli and then a creamy garlic mustard. Now, I love mustard. That doesn't sound appealing to me, so we'll find out. And then a couple other dips that we just started carrying from there. Roasted red pepper and feta dip. I hate feta, but this is pretty good. This is absolutely delicious. It is the roasted garlic horseradish dip. Austin let me try some of this out of his sample, and oh, it's so good. Put that on a roast beef sandwich, and like I'm literally starting to drool already. We've got the jalapeno hatch chili dip, and I'm getting phone calls on my laptop. Close those off. Yeah, and then obviously for beer, we've got good old trusty Miller Lite. The last thing that they have that we won't use at all tonight is apricot ginger teriyaki glaze. I imagine we pound out a chicken breast and cook a chicken breast on the grill with that on it. I'm thinking that would be pretty freaking amazing. So usually when I use the Montreal patty mix, I tend to add more water to whatever meat I'm doing because it just seems like this patty mix, for whatever reason, soaks up a bunch of the moisture that's already in the meat. With turkey, we're not going to worry about that, right? Turkey's already a very wet protein, very similar to chicken in consistency, so we're not going to add any water to this. We're then going to use our Walton's 11-pound stuffer with the quick patty maker attached. If any of you guys follow us on Facebook, it just went ridiculous over the weekend again. We posted something on it, had 1.5 million views. For whatever reason, I don't know what part of the algorithm we're in, but this is, every time we post it, seems to go nuts. So I guess we're a patty maker company now. Another thing, couple of live streams ago, probably sometime in November, since we took a lot of December off, somebody was in the comments and like, hey, you're big in Brazil. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I checked Meatgistics. Brazil is the #2 country for using Meatgistics. So that's awesome. I love that. Keep that up, and maybe I can convince Allie to let me go down to Brazil. I would have a lot of fun down there. Obviously not getting in that ocean because they're sharks. Definitely sharks. All right, so we're gonna mix this in. I've already weighed out the correct amount for 6 pounds of seasoning. When we start mixing this in, the one thing we're gonna do is we wanna make sure that we're not getting any protein extraction. Right, when we start extracting these proteins, they're gonna start getting sticky. We're gonna end up with a weird texture. Now it's a turkey burger, so it's already gonna have a little bit of an off texture anyways, at least in my mind. My opinion, best burger you can make is 80% beef, 20% pork, and fatty pork. Just really seems to work perfectly. But trying to do something, I guess, a little bit lower in fat. We'll see. Take another swig of beer. Yeah, no, these should be good. I'm really pumped up for all of these. I don't think Terrapin Ridge Farms make something that I actively dislike. I'm not a big aioli guy because I'm not a big mayo person. I'll use mayo from here and there, but I'm not like crazy for it. Some mayo on a nice roast beef sandwich is delicious, obviously, and there are a couple other things for it, but in general, if I'm going mayo or mustard, I'm always going mustard every time. So I'm just being really careful not to work this too hard because it's poultry. It's going to start that protein extraction so quick. So I'm just being careful just to get that seasoning mixed in. And like, look at that. I definitely don't need to add any water to that. It's already pretty wet. So I'm just being real careful with my hands. I'm trying not to overwork the meat. And while it probably wouldn't affect anything as far as a taste goes, I mean, texture is part of taste, right? Part of the reason, it's not the whole reason, but part of the reason I absolutely despise mashed potatoes is somewhat of the texture. That's only a small part of it, though. It really is the taste. For anyone who's not joined us in the past or heard me talk about it, mashed potatoes are my least favorite food in the world. I think you're all lying to each other about liking them. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because you couldn't possibly actually be enjoying eating them. They taste like, when I was younger, we would drink Popov vodka. And that's exactly what mashed potatoes taste like to me. No matter who makes them, doesn't matter. I've never once had them where I like them. All right, get these gloves off. So, super quick, super easy. We've got our quick patty maker attached to the 11-pound sausage stuffer. Just gonna quickly rock these all out. I've got some 5.5 by 5.5 patty sheets here. We'll see how many I make. I have 6 pounds. These make about a 1/3 pound burger. So that would be 24? No, 18, geez, John. No, 6 times 3 is 18. Yeah, there we go. I'm not gonna cook 18 of them, so I'm gonna wanna keep them separate because they will freeze together and good luck getting them apart. So we're gonna put little pieces of patty paper in between each one. Makes everything a lot easier. Nope, hate potato salad too. I don't have a mouthfeel issue. I really don't, and thank you for using that that phrase. It's palate appeal is what we say. We say palate appeal here. Papa Sop came up with palate appeal years ago because I also have a weird aversion to the word mouthfeel. There's a lot wrong going on up in this head, right? And it's not all normal in there. So let's get these cranked out. This will take no time at all. 11-pound stuffer, most of you know, but some of you don't. Has 2 gears, top gear, bottom gear. Top gear is only for quick retracting and getting your piston down to where your meat is. So we're just gonna quickly crank it. As soon as I feel the little bit of pressure, I stop that. Switch to the lower gear. This is the stuffing gear. I'm gonna get a piece of my paper ready. And I'm just, here, I'll try and do this one a little bit tilted so you can see just how it fills up. Just gonna do it until it just barely fills that cavity, and then I'm gonna push it over. Falls right out, and I've got a perfect size patty that will cook up just exactly like all the other ones. So I'm doing it just until I get everything nice and full. I don't want to overstuff that area, the chamber in there. If I do, that's when we're going to end up with that kind of nodule on the bottom of it. I mean, it might happen a little bit even without it, especially with it being an alternative protein. But we want to make sure that we don't overstuff it. Probably should be paying better attention to where I'm putting these patties on this tray, but there's only so much I'm going to pay attention to once I start drinking. It's over at that point. Now we're just having fun. Everything Walton's pays me for has already been done. This is just the fun stuff. And then I've got at the very end, if you can see these orange things down here by my elbow, I've got my Walton stuffer flusher eggs ready so that we get all of the all the turkey out that we can. Start making a little bit more room. All right, now we're gonna have to start stacking them. Nope, that one fell apart. Didn't quite stuff that one full enough. Fall down. So like I said, just a really easy way to get a bunch of patties made. They're all perfectly the same size in a really short period of time. Now these, I'm just gonna back that out, drop these in, and I try and keep them towards the back of the chamber, just a little bit, because that will help push everything forward. Okay, and let's see how many more we get out of this. These are full-size third pounders, so probably only one or two. Not even one. Or not even two, just one. That doesn't feel right though, let's check it out. Nope, that's it. We just got one and a very tiny bit of the next one extra with those stuffer flusher eggs. So, because I'm dumb, I didn't start the griddle. So we're gonna go outside, I'll start the griddle, I'll grab you guys, and then I'll be right back for all of those, or some of them at least. For anyone who's worried right now, don't worry. My keys are right there, so I am not gonna lose them and get locked out. Let me adjust this so you guys can see the griddle a little. And, oh, good Lord, I started doing a serious workout again, and my legs are killing me. Allie and I are kind of competing to see who can do it, God bless, more days in a row. Should not be this difficult. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go grab some of those and I will be right back. And I'll grab my phone so I can look at chat. I can't imagine any of you have any serious questions after just that little bit of stuff we did. Everything that we do on these live streams is mostly pretty basic. But if you do have other questions that are not turkey burger based, be more than happy to answer them for you. All right, I've got 3 of these. I'm gonna put these ones in the freezer real quick. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. Ooh. All right, on the way back, I should have everything I need. Grab that phone, grab that beer. No reason to do this without beer. And then when I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to use our excellent workout facilities here for a little bit of lat pull down stuff. All right. Let me see if I can find this. All right. It's called either cognitive dissonance or sour grapes. It's like when children say they absolutely don't like a thing, despite the fact they really do, but choose not to. It wasn't you? Who was it? I swear it was you. Papa Sop is telling me that it was not him, but I can't think of who else it would have been. Yep, let's turn that down. All right, I don't care about that. All I want to see is chat. Yeah, no, it's just that I don't like potatoes. The only one I actually like, and no, obviously no offense taken. The only potato I actually like is a French fry. That is literally it. Only thing I want to eat. Other than that, all potatoes can go right away. Fairly nice evening out here. We were about 70 something degrees today in February. Show you guys, they built an Amazon warehouse right across from us. I can't get too far away from the building or we'll lose signal, but that is a large warehouse for Amazon. It keeps going around and around and around. Ooh. I think somebody was asking about potato skins. Sorry, no good. All right, it's probably not hot enough yet, but we're still gonna put them on. Yep, and we'll get this closed. Back's a little hotter than the front, sounds like. Ooh. Should probably do a trash can out here, but didn't. So, how bad was that Super Bowl last night? Good Lord. I picked the Seahawks, but still, that game was boring. I liked the first quarter. It was good defense, but then it just got stagnant. I did not enjoy watching that at all. I keep losing chat on this. The whole reason I have this out here is for chat. Show me chat. There we go. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of potato chips. I'll take them or leave them. Don't love them. I mean, first of all, great name, the Great Cornholio. Love it. Yeah, it is basically just potatoes other than French fries, which I love. Hopefully the light kicks on here in a second, because it is getting pretty dark. I can hear them sizzling. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but we should be making some progress at least. This badly needs a complete and total teardown. Get one of those stones and just take the entire coating off of it and re-season it. I tried to do it about, oh God, that hurt. I tried to do it about 5 months ago or something like that, and I just didn't get it down quite far enough. So I've got a bunch of this stuff kind of flaking off and just not doing what it's supposed to do. And this, I believe, is rolled steel. This is the Gridiron 36 or 360. Yeah, Gridiron 36. Great griddle. I actually like the rolled steel a lot better, but Enamel is a little bit easier. My one at home is easier to maintain. Takes longer to heat up. Doesn't hold heat, I don't think, quite as well. But that one's a pit boss. No complaining. Yeah, so yes, I am. Yeah, I am complaining about the weather. It's February, it's supposed to be cold. Like 70 degrees in February does not make sense to me. My brain does not like that. And like, some of the hunting wasn't that great down here because of the just crazy weather. We would have long periods of like weird warmness and then it'd get cold, but not wet. So dogs couldn't track anything. And when they did find them, when you shot them, they had trouble finding the down birds because there's no moisture to help them snap. So, not the greatest. Plus, I mean, you know me with birds. I'm lucky if I get one in the wing. Ooh. God, those are so... The moisture content in that is just obscene. So those are going to take probably another 5 minutes or so. Can you guys see everything out here okay? Oh, yeah. God, that camera's amazing. It is so much darker out here than what you guys are seeing. That's insane. Worst skiing you've had in 40 years. Oof. Where you been going? The only place I've ever skied in Colorado is Grambly. And from what I've heard, that's a very icy mountain for Colorado. But even, this is probably 6 years ago, the ski lift tickets then were $110. And Grambly was supposed to be one of the least expensive ones. I don't want to think about what it's like at, I don't know, one of the big ones, Vail or anything like that. Breckenridge, yeah, I imagine those are pretty crazy tickets. All right, well, let's take this back inside because we don't really need to sit out here for this. Ooh. Always leaving those keys out here. I will never bring them back in here until I'm completely done now. Although for once, there are other people in the building. Let's adjust that just a bit. All right, and once those are fully cooked, we're gonna try all these different Terrapin Ridge sauces on it. And when we do that, I'll try and get you guys closer to the plate so that you can see what they look like. I mean, because it does matter. I'm gonna right now put on my left the ones I think are gonna be good and the ones on the right that I think are gonna be bad. No surprise whatsoever. Every aioli I put on the I think they're gonna be bad side because I just don't like aiolis. Not a fan. Excuse me. So there you go. If you can see that, as soon as I undid this, the only thing left in the channel is one of our stuffer flusher eggs. Pushes everything down through this little downspout right there and out into your stuffing tube, your quick patty maker, whatever you're making. Super easy way just to make sure you're getting all of your product. That was Dr. Payne, I'm pretty sure is the one who said that these therapy eggs would be a good choice. These are our suction cup feet. Just makes it a lot easier because you don't have to find a wood clip or something or wood clamp to clamp it down on the side. Much, much easier. All right. Let's check out chat here. We've got Tenrag79 says, I'm south of British Columbia. We have a decent snow this winter. Lots of folks from Utah, Idaho, and Washington coming up. So like near Whistler. Best part was one of my sons developed 102 fever the first night you were there. Awesome. That's fun. On another note, I kissed the first, or missed, I assume, I hope you mean missed, the first part. What are these burgers tonight? More about the aioli. So the burgers are turkey burgers that I mixed in with the Montreal patty mix. It's a very nice, simple, basic patty mix. And then we've got zingy garlic aioli. These are all from Terrapin Ridge Farms. They're all new. We haven't done anything with them yet. I haven't tasted them at all, except for this roasted garlic horseradish dip, which is awesome. Honey barbecue aioli and ginger. I know that word is yuzu, but it looks like yaza. Yuzu aioli. Then we've got a creamy garlic mustard, which maybe not. Sriracha horseradish, that should be excellent. And then the one I'm most excited about, bang bang sauce, because John loves some bang bang shrimp. So I'm hoping that's going to be really good. Whistler is West Coast. I'm in Eastern British Columbia. Okay. Great hunting territory. Well, I mean, hey, if I had to choose between good hunting and good skiing, I'd choose the good hunting. Skiing's not going to save your life if things go crazy. Hunting might. I'm going to check the temperature on those. I will be right back. Good. I do not have my keys on me. I am not going to get locked out. There they are. All right, we're at 1:30 something. Give them another 5 minutes or so. We'll grab my phone and my beer. Ooh. And if I can find my key fob, there we go. So, forget about me for a second. What's going on with you guys? Anything interesting in the world? Yeah, I tried watching the Olympics. I'm sorry, I just don't care. It used to be such a big deal. Like my father, my mom, my sister who's closer to my age, we'd all watch it like crazy. But I just don't care anymore at all. And I really think, and this is, call me a whatever you want, a young boomer. But I think it's when we started using professionals. Like when they were college kids and amateurs, it just seemed to matter more. I don't know why. Poor man's brisket with chuck roast. Nope, never done one of those. Chuck roast. There's so many things I do that are like antithetical to like what most people do, and I hesitate to say them sometimes because people are going to think I'm an idiot or a jerk. I'll almost always grind up my roasts. I'm not a big roast fan. So yeah, I usually just grind up my roast for burgers or just for ground meat to have to add to other things. Which I'm sorry, I know that's sacrilege to lots of people. But I can't help it. I am who I am. Central Iowa, what's going on, Dwight? We just had Cast Iron Kennels on. They're sort of in your neck of the woods. Really interesting guy. Does some apparently really good pheasant hunting up there in his area. No, listen, pulled beef is great, but I can find more uses for ground beef than I can anything else. I'm not grinding up any strip, any ribeye, any skirt steak. None of those are getting ground up. I personally am not a big filet fan, but I would never grind it, or not never. I don't grind it up. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the other stuff I do tend to grind up. I just like ground meat better than I like a roast. So if you're ever wanting to split a beef, I'm a great person to split a beef with. Because I'll just take if you want the roasts, I'll take the other stuff. Ever need a guest for a taste? Yeah. Listen, because we stopped doing these for a while, mostly just because it's the holiday season. But, we also want to make sure that we're doing people a service with these. Like, we want to be showing off our products. We want to be having some fun. So if there are people in the area who want to come in, that might be a possibility. To have to talk to Allie about it. Probably have to get some sort of weird waiver signed. But yeah, I'd be down to do that. I don't like breaded wings. Oh, no, that's not fair at all. I don't prefer breaded wings. I like buffalo with either medium or mild. And I always want the blue cheese dip. I don't want ranch dip at all. I'd rather have no dip than ranch dip. So, like, if I call Buffalo Wild Wings, my order is 30 buffalo medium, extra blue cheese dip, and I will eat all 30 of those things, no problem. But I'm fat. So, but we're working on that. Like I said, Allie and I are doing that thing. Wonder if this has anything to do with it. Probably not. I doubt it. I'm not willing to change if it does. Fried wings for sure. Just not breaded and fried. I just don't like breaded and fried wings. Like, if I took chicken on the run, there's a million things I'd rather do with it than deep fry wings with it. Now, like breaded and deep fried chicken thighs, love it. Absolutely love it. Chicken tenders, love it. Anything like that. I just don't like breaded wings, and I don't know why. Once again, something wrong up in that brain. It's not a perfect place at all. All right, I'm gonna go check those. They should hopefully be done. Everything is, oop, keys are in my back pocket. That's dangerous. Oh, the lights didn't turn on out here. Yep, 165. That one's way over. Yep, we're good. We have a 165, a 170, and a 190. Because it's obviously poultry, we're cooking it all the way up to 165 degrees. We don't mess around with poultry. It will get you eventually. Which one is my key fob? There we go. All right. Okay, so we've got 3 patties here. I'm gonna try and get that a little bit closer to this so you guys can see what the sauces all look like while they go on, because that's a part of it. Okay. Hopefully that's good. All right, we're gonna start from the insides on both ends. We're just gonna put a little bit on it. We're gonna start with one that I assume I'm not gonna like. And this has nothing to do with Terrapin Ridge Farms, because they are generally great. But this is the Zingy Garlic Aioli Squeeze. So we're just gonna put a little bit right on there. Probably not the best medium for a Zingy Garlic Aioli, but it's what we've got. So we're gonna give it a shot. Whew, hot. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Yeah, it's very hot. Okay, as I suspected, the zinginess of it's actually nice. It's got a pleasing zing to it, but I'm not a big fan of aiolis. So that goes over there in the no pile. This is the creamy garlic mustard. I assume this one's going to be good, but we'll see. Just a little bit. And again, these are turkey burgers with Montreal patty mix. Oh yeah, instantly. Instantly, that's delicious. As soon as it hits your palate. So that, strong number one right now. Oh. Now, part of that might be just a palate cleanse from how much I disliked that aioli. Once again, nothing against Terrapin Ridge Farms. I dislike aiolis. Now let's save that one for the last. There's a good chance that one might be good. All right, we're gonna try this ginger yuzu aioli squeeze. And I don't know what yuzu is supposed to taste like. Excalibur came out with something that was yuzu a bunch of years ago, and I have no memory of it whatsoever. So ginger yuzu. Doesn't have much of a smell. Ooh, that's decent. Let's try that with nothing on it, because that's decent. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you put that in something other than an aioli, that'd be delicious. It's still good. That's still very good. All right. Sriracha horseradish sauce. Just got some ultimate steak and roast rub because Brett said we won't make a steak or roast without it. Boy, he wasn't wrong. Yep. No, listen, Excalibur ultimate steak, or Walton's ultimate steak and roast rub, the Excalibur one, whatever you want to do, you cannot go wrong with it. It is the only thing I put on steaks. If I am doing a Wagyu, I will only put salt on it. But for a regular steak, 100% Excalibur or Walton's ultimate steak and roast rub. So this is the horseradish. Boop. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. That's the best. Yep. Oh, that is good. That horseradish keeps coming. Yep. I can still taste it. That is awesome. I don't even like, with prime rib, you know how a lot of times they'll just throw some sort of like weak horseradish sauce at it? I don't even like it when they do that, but this, with a little bit of sriracha at it, that could be awesome on so many things. Let me get it in frame here. Mark, I actually don't know if it's the same as the old Myers rub. I don't think so. I do know that the Excalibur and the Walton's Ultimate Steak and Roast Rub have been around for a really, really long time. There's a difference between the two of them in the size of the salt particles. All right. So now we're going to try this honey barbecue aioli. Wish I had higher hopes for it, but we'll see how it goes. I'm generally easy to please, but that would actually be a good dipping sauce for chicken nuggets. And Allie kind of tried to get me to do that for this. She wanted me to just go get Chick-fil-A nuggets. Ooh, yeah. I take back what I said. Maybe I do like aiolis, because that probably should go here. That is legit. The honey barbecue aioli is like, I don't know how to describe it. It would be like if you took Wendy's barbecue sauce and added a little bit of mayo to it. That is really, really good. All right, good. So the only one I've disliked so far is that zesty garlic aioli. And here's the bang bang sauce. Like I said, I love Bang Bang shrimp, so I have really high hopes for this. Oh, oh yes. Oh, that's got a good kick to it. So now we have a strong fight. I'm gonna eat them one after the other, because it's either 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Like, just had the Bang Bang. Don't try that again. Try the horseradish sriracha. Great initial flavor. And if it does the same thing it did last time, the horseradish keeps coming on it. Like, it just continues. That is freaking delicious. But no, it's horseradish. That horseradish is the best one. This is freaking great. So sriracha, horseradish from Terrapin Ridge comes in number 1. Number 2 is that Bang Bang sauce, which is really good. And if we're being honest, if we put this probably on some shrimp or some other seafood, this would probably shine even more. Then surprised that honey barbecue aioli was really good. Creamy garlic mustard was good. I can't believe I liked this aioli because it looks like something I wouldn't like. And ginger, yuzu, like I don't know what those are supposed to be. And then last, and this is just for me, the zingy garlic. Like that just doesn't sound like anything I'd want to eat. A couple of ones we're not going to try because we don't really have anything to do, but we will have videos out in these soon. We've got the roasted garlic horseradish dip. Austin let me try this in his office and it is phenomenal. Then we've got a jalapeno hatch jam, very, very sweet. So with this, I'd want crackers or pretzels and put it over a thing of cream cheese. That would be really good. Then we've got the roasted red pepper and feta. I think what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna get some naan bread. I'm gonna smear it with that. Throw a little bit of regular cheese because feta cheese is not regular, it's weird. And enjoy that. And then finally, this apricot ginger teriyaki glaze. We'll just do some chicken with that, I imagine. Might not be the worst thing on ribs either, but I haven't done ribs in a long time. Maybe I should fix that. Does anyone have any other questions? Because if not, I'm just going to eat a few more bites of this with the sriracha horseradish. Let me get that camera a little bit better situated. Ooh, too much. Yeah, whoever asked about the Myers, I remember people absolutely loving that. When I used to work in customer service, we'd sell a lot of Myers roast beef rub. I'm surprised that we don't still, or that they don't. Because in general, if something sells, we'll continue to carry it from Excalibur. If I remember, that one sold pretty darn good. No, as much as I want the Bang Bang to be the best, it's not. It's this sriracha horseradish. Okay, so you still get it. If you're still getting it, then that makes sense. Yeah, and when you say 25 pounds, you mean 25 pounds of the seasoning, I imagine, at least? Because I think I used to, who is that? Mark Matheson. Mark's Meats? Mark, I'm assuming you own a shop if you're buying 25 pounds of seasoning at a time. Do you want to tell us what shop it is? If not, don't worry about it. This is the stuff, though. Yeah, we don't stock it. It's a special order. At some point, Mark, if you, because I'm sorry, I don't recognize your name if you have been on these before. You should go back. The one Brett and I did last week or 2 weeks ago. Oh, wow. That's a lot of seasoning to buy for friends and family. We did a walkthrough of the whole facility. You can see, and we have 5,000 SKUs in stock now. So, I mean, it's a ridiculous amount, but we still have to be pretty judicial with what we keep in stock. God, that's good. I have to stop eating that because I have to remember these are the samples that I have to shoot the video for the product with. I don't want to open 2 of them for no reason. More worried about that one. I don't know what I would put it on that I would like other than a roast beef sandwich. Again, other people might love this. I'm weird. I don't like mashed potatoes. Everyone else loves them. So don't pay attention to me all the time. Unless it's sausage based. Then pay attention to me. A little bit more bang bang. All right. Well, I'm going to get to working out. Go home, get to bed. We're going to have a ton of summer sausage videos coming out soon. And for anyone who didn't see my post, I think caraway and onion is now my favorite summer sausage seasoning. Let me post a link to it because it is ridiculous how good it is. We made it once before a long time ago, and we were making it for a podcast where Brett, Austin, Dylan, and I sat down and taste tested every summer sausage. And I remember liking it. I remember thinking, ooh, that's really good. But it got lost in the shuffle. It was just, there were too many flavors coming at you. So we never made it again. I just made it again last week, and oh my God, that stuff is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Caraway and onion. Caraway's got, I don't know if it's technically an Italian herb, but you'll find it in like pepperoni a lot of times. A lot of times. The onion comes through really strong. We added encapsulated citric acid, which is what I usually do with summer sausage. Ate it hot right out of the smoker. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome, but very acidic. That acidulant really came through when the sausage was warm. I thought to myself, I'm like, I wish I'd back down the acid a little bit so I could taste more of the onion. The next day after it cooled, that acidulant backed off, as it's wont to do. And a acidulant in a hot sausage is always going to be stronger than it is when it's cool. And then you could really get that onion taste, that little kick of caraway. Awesome. I would still maybe make habanero barbecue just because I love that flavor. But if we're talking about just like a traditional summer sausage, not something spicy, I'd reach for caraway and onion before almost anything else. It is really, really delicious. Cool. I will see you guys next week. I think what we're going to do is clear out the freezer. So I'll have Sarah, who's our customer service person, all of her put together just a package of different bratwursts. I will cook them, try and figure out what's what. So I think my palate is gone. I don't think I can tell. I don't believe that I would be able to like identify without having some sort of knowledge. Philly, I could definitely do. Supreme Pizza, a few of the other obvious ones. But I bet you I'd get a surprising amount wrong of like a spicy sausage. I can't do that anymore. My palate's toast. We'll see you guys.